Ja gesagt, dass ihr sozusagen in der solidarischen Landwirtschaft arbeitet.
Also die solidarische Landwirtschaft gibt es zunehmend mehr, auch in Deutschland. Viele Betriebe, die da drin Hoffnung schöpfen, dass es überhaupt weitergeht für den Betrieb. Es gibt aber auch viele Betriebe, die sich als solidarische Landwirtschaft ganz klein neu gründen. Teilweise auch größer, aber oftmals sehr kleine Initiativen, die auch sehr erfolgreich sind. Und für alle miteinander haben ein gemeinsames Prinzip und trotzdem ist jeder für sich wieder ganz anders aufgestellt. Das gemeinsame Prinzip ist, dass man einen Kreis von Kunden hat, meistens werden sie als Mitglieder bezeichnet, und diese Kunden verpflichten sich, die Kosten, die Produktionskosten für die Lebensmittel, die erzeugt werden sollen, im Voraus für ein Jahr zu übernehmen. Oftmals in monatlichen Abschlagszahlungen, aber dass es eine Zusage gibt von den Kunden, dass die Lebensmittel für ein Jahr abgenommen werden und auch die Kosten dafür getragen werden. Das heißt, jede solidarische Landwirtschaft wird mindestens einmal im Jahr versuchen zu planen, was das folgende Jahr an Kosten mit sich bringen wird, wie viel es kosten wird. Und das dann seinen Mitgliedern präsentieren und sie werden dann zusagen, okay, das sind wir bereit zu bezahlen. Mhm. Somit entsteht, anders als in der freien Marktwirtschaft, ein anderes Prinzip, weil die freie Marktwirtschaft orientiert sich immer daran, doch irgendwie noch besser und mehr und schneller, und das hat zwangsläufig dann zur Folge, dass sich etwas spezialisiert, weil nur so kann man besser und schneller werden. So spezialisieren sich auch die Höfe auf ein paar wenig Produkte, dann sind sie da sehr, sehr schlagkräftig drin und können große Massen erzeugen, machen das auch durchaus gut. Aber die solidarische Landwirtschaft hat dadurch, dass der Kunde, der ein Endverbraucher schon ist in der Regel, immer die Interesse, nicht irgendwie nur Kartoffeln zu essen, sondern eigentlich aus einer großen Vielfalt zu schöpfen. Und somit ist der Auftrag dann auch jedes Jahr wieder neu gegeben, möglichst vielfältig zu produzieren.
Und sozusagen so zu produzieren, wie die Mitglieder und die Landwirte es auch wollen halt, ne? Also raus aus den Marktzwängen, sondern ihr könnt das machen, was ihr machen wollt.
Genau, das ist dann so ein Abwägen aus dem, was ist an Know-how auf dem Betrieb, was hat es für Ressourcen auf dem Betrieb, was hat es für klimatische Bedingungen, Böden und so weiter, was ist da möglich. Dann sind die Wünsche von den Mitgliedern natürlich ganz elementar. Was wollen sie denn eigentlich essen? Und aus diesem Zusammenspiel ergibt sich dann eine Planung, eine Anbauplanung und eine Produkteplanung. Die ist dann wieder ganz individuell an jedem Hof und wird auch wird auch auf unterschiedlichste Art und Weisen wieder verteilt, meistens wöchentlich.
With us now is Carlos Mayens, the farmer in the CSA project in Tunzel. I just wanted to ask you, Carlos, how did it affect your life when you changed from working in a more industrial kind of farm towards this agroecological farm with the CSA, with the community supported agriculture? How did it affect your life?
Yeah, well, so it changed it quite a lot actually, because how can we bring together small farms and farmers to the nearby community or to the consumers, no? And in this way, when I started working for this community supported agriculture, that was the perfect setting for me to develop these relationships and to really produce for the people, and knowing their faces and knowing that what I produce goes directly to their plates, no? And the relationship is much closer then.
And also because they support the farm, and also you have less pressure perhaps than before in the work, or different?
Well, actually, I might not feel that pressure because I don't have a boss who is worried about numbers and worried about producing a lot for this bigger market where they put a lot of pressure onto him also, no? But in my case, the pressure comes from really satisfying the people's needs, no? The people's wishes to have certain things and to have good quality in the plate. So it's a self-imposed pressure where I want to really bring the best vegetables to the people. And I know the people, so I know that they should get good food. No? Well, so my background, I studied sociology in university and finished this, and I realized that there are many problems in the world which are very difficult to solve, no? And especially from thinking, we need solutions which come from the ground, and I feel that in agriculture one can bring solutions that can really affect the community and the land where agriculture is done. And yeah, so I think that it's really a lifestyle which can be very nourishing for oneself and for the community. So it's important that we as a society honor the work that is done from the land, producing food that we all need for living, and that this food it's healthy and it has a good impact on the soil, on the biodiversity, and on the communities, no? And I found in small farming, and especially in community supported agriculture, that these solutions are met, no? And that people can really get involved in the land, and that we as farmers can really support many good things, no? And, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Andrea Philipp, who is a member of the Community Supported Agriculture Project since 10 years here in Freiburg. Could you just briefly say how it impacts the quality of your life, joining this project?
Yeah. Well, to me it was one step ahead from having organic food, which I was looking for, but for a long time there was only supermarkets or the farmers markets. So when I learned about this new idea, I was really excited to join and to have this opportunity to have like really fresh organic food directly from the field in this community, where you have the opportunity also to see the place where the food is growing, to know the farmer, to be able to influence even what they're growing, and of course being part of this community as well. So we're about 300 members today, and so of course it needs a good structure as well. We need to have well, there's sort of different teams. There's the gardeners, there's the members, there is people that try to coordinate the delivery of the vegetables, and even, of course, in 10 years with some ups and downs, we also had one team that are sort of mediating and seeing how the atmosphere is with everything. But it's amazing to see. It's 10 years. Wonderful experiences, going there on the field, getting to know the other members, working together, pulling these huge vegetables out of the soil. And I can say they really have some huge vegetables, like celery beet, like this.
And also vegetables that you don't find perhaps even in the supermarket. Or
Yeah, that's true. Like I got to know a lot of new vegetables, and I think in the beginning we coordinate through an intranet. We have a website, and every week there was somebody asking like, okay, what can I do? So there was a separate space for recipes and so on.
So it's a learning process also for the members and for the whole group actually, no? How to feed yourself on this seasonal food that you get now every week?
Definitely, definitely. In my CSA, they are also very active on a political level and seeing the wider perspective. So it's about food, of course, that's the main focus. But it's also about social issues, about these really urban-rural connections, and it's about like climate change, trying to contribute to reducing CO2 emissions.
It has changed my life in that way, that I can just feel the security that I have good food, that I know where it's coming from. And this was also quite obvious in lately with the whole health issue that we have in the world. At the end, what is the most important is where are you getting your food every day. And I think that's one of the strengths of this community-supported agriculture platform, that you go back to the basics and you just see exactly what do I need, from where, and we start from there.
But perhaps you have to pay also more than you would if you buy in the supermarket, or how do you feel about the price now, this issue?
That's a very important topic, because maybe I have to say they have to be more expensive almost, necessarily, because the prices that we are used to from the supermarket or big chains, they are not real prices. They are either subsidized or they are reduced by using different market tools, and that mostly only big companies can do.
I wanted to ask you, you got involved now with the CSA, Community Supported Agriculture, Solavi. What impression did it leave on you?
Well, first of all, I really enjoyed my experience. I really enjoyed going back to the roots of where my food actually comes from. I really liked seeing the process of growing food and, for example, harvesting with my own hands. And that made a big impression on me, because it made me remember how disconnected I was from where my food comes from and the work behind all of the food that I eat.
And in relation to the quality of life, you could say that it improved your life, or?
Yes, definitely. It was a very therapeutic personal experience for myself. I really enjoyed the quiet and long hours outside in the countryside, growing food, harvesting food, talking to farmers, and directly taking to my table the food that I had harvested with my own hands. So that gave me an overall very satisfactory feeling.